काला कूद हाई हाई, काला कूद हाई हाई, कोर्ट में आके कोर्ट का जो बाउंड्री वॉल अंदर घुस के वो ऑथराइज टू इंटर इनसाइड द प्रीमिसेस ऑफ द कोर्ट, कोर्ट का बाहर में भी खड़ा करने से करो ना। तो इसलिए लेकिन उसमें कोई लोग नहीं समझते, पब्लिक लोग बोलते हैं वकील लोग को गलत करता है, ऐसा नहीं होता है। अगर वकील नहीं होगा तो आपका केस को कौन डील करेगा, तो जेल में सड़ते रहेगा। गुड आफ्टरनून एवरीबॉडी, टुडे वी वांट टू present some issues relating to APC's PESCO. On 10th of this month, some activists, they came to the district court premises and they had shouted and they have shouted Kala Court Hyee Hyee. So we have some sentiment on that. So and with my lauded senior colleagues, T.T. Tara, the president of Gauhati High Court Permanent Bench Bar Association, and myself, Mr. Regum Nabam, president of Papum Pare District Bar Association. So, agenda regarding this press conference, the agenda will be highlighted by the High Court Bar Association president. So, sir, please.
Thank you, Mr. Regum, the president of Papum Pare District Bar Association. With a request to join you in a media briefing. Well, my dear friends, you are aware there are noises around Arunachal over the alleged paper leakage fiasco by some officials of the Arunachal Pradesh Public Service Commission relating to a lot of movement, dharna here and there by the aggrieved aspirants. At the first place, we share our sentiments with the aspirants, aggrieved aspirants, because some of the acts of some officials of the Public Service Commission has really affected the future of some aspirants, and also have created a cascading effect in the mindset of entire people of Arunachal Pradesh, which is uncalled for. With regards to this alleged fiasco, now the state government have taken a proactive role by handing over the matter to the CBI for further investigation from the SIC. Now what happens after that is, as we have noticed that some of the aspirants, aggrieved aspirants, accompanied by some parents and some social activists, they have started intimidating the advocates and also trying to disrupt the administration of the justice by the court. To this, we will only make them appeal. See, once an FIR is lodged and on registration a criminal law of motion is set into, first thing the police will register a case and then carry out the investigation, and in the process of investigation the police arrest some culprits and they are put into the jail as a temporary measure, so that they will record their statement and they will also, on the basis of the statement given by some accused, they will expand the area of the investigation, and consequences follows by arresting some other co-accused. At the same time, the police and the CBI and the state government, they are doing their job. But you are also aware of the fact that we as an advocate, we are court officers. The day we become the member of the Bar Council of India, we uphold the constitution, we take the pleas to uphold the constitution of India and to perform the role of a court officer in dispensation of the justice. While performing our duty, unfortunately on 10th of this month, there was a bail hearing in the session court. And some of the aggrieved aspirants and accompanied by some social activists, they have worked inside the premises of the uh, district and session court, which is not a good sign, because we are in a rule of law and this country follows the rule of law, and the basic structures are defined, be it the judiciary, be it the legislature, or be it the executive. And of course, undefined fourth pillar is the media today. So through you would like to make a request, rather an appeal to the aggrieved aspirants of the Arunachal Pradesh Public Service Commission fiasco, that please do not think of intimidating the advocates. We are just, role of an advocate is only to present the fact and case before the judge. It is the judge who will decide whether to grant bail or not, right? So therefore, the role of an advocate is limited to that extent. Now, for example, tomorrow, even if any of the aspirants, their family members are arrested by the police, in not relating to this case, probably to some other cases, if they come, if any of their family members are arrested, the first thing they will contact is the advocate, right? They will contact the advocate and request the advocate to file a bail application for them and secure a bail for secure the bail for an alleged accused. Now, in that event, if an advocate refuses to represent, what would be the consequences? The consequences is, we as an advocate, per se the officer of the court, is violating the professional ethics, right? So we as a court officer are under obligation to represent a alleged accused person. Now, coming to the concept of bail, see, since the inception of the law, it has been decided by the Apex Court that bail is rule, jail is exception. So therefore, every person who apprehends that police may arrest me in connection with a particular case, the first remedy available with him or her is a bail application under 438 CRPC, that is called anticipatory bail. So granting bail or not to grant bail is purely a discretionary of the court. That apart, in discharge of our professional duty as a court officer, there is no right of anyone to interrupt in discharge of our duty. So, as I said, bail is a rule, jail is an exception. This is considered to be a part of fundamental right under Article 21 of the Constitution of India. So therefore, we should not think that if the court grants a bail to an alleged accused person, the matter doesn't end there. The real problem for an advocate, for an alleged accused person, will start from the time of trial and till the final hearing of the case leading to a conviction. That's why the concept in India is that no one is an accused till he is convicted by a competent court by following a due trial procedures. Having said so, I would just make an appeal again. Please do not troll the media, troll the advocates. And those aspirants, aggrieved aspirants, while sharing your sentiments, we would only pass on this appeal that trolling and try to get out the court premises would mean you are violating the rule of law and you are taking law into your own hands. There is a designated place for protest at Indira Gandhi Park. Please stage your dharna there, and simultaneously you can put pressures on the government. Look, the investigation is not proceeding per se going on as it was expected. In that, even you can also assist the investigating agencies to arrest the culprit. Thus, I say that we are duty bound as an advocate to represent any accused, and we will continue to do, and for which we should not be trolled or criticized. See, some of the comments that we have gone through, some of the advocates have been trolled very badly. And those trollers, they should aware of the fact that by their conduct or by trolling in the social media, they have already left enough evidence for violating the law for which the bar can take cognizance. Once again, I make this final appeal that kindly do not make any endeavor to get out the court premises and troll the advocates. Say, for example, I give it to you is that suppose a family member of yours is apprehending arrest. He will or she will approach an advocate to file the bail application. Now, if you say on the question of morality that advocates should not appear in this kind of cases, now what happens? There is a legal service authority. So under Article 31 of the Constitution, if a private advocate don't represent them, again it will be the state government who will appoint advocate for those alleged accused person behind the bars now in this Appsc fiasco. Now similarly, you should also appreciate that those PP, public prosecutors, are also member of my bar. See, you are getting the assistance of my member, my advocates, and they are successfully defending to an extent that many of the bail applications have been denied by the court. So therefore, have trust in the judiciary, have trust in the advocates, have trust in my member who are the public prosecutors in the government. That is one aspect. Another aspect that I would like to say is that these members, aspirant members, should also appreciate if for a moment you put the situation, whatever, the situation the alleged accused persons, family members are going through. They also have the mental trauma, mental anxiety, right? So therefore, they should also have some restraint in trolling. Trolling would invite lot of problems for themselves. Trolling advocates, intimidating judges, or trying to get out courts without permission from the competent authority will invite a lot of legal complications. So therefore we urge and appeal to the aggrieved aspirants, kindly do not indulge in an activities which will create further chaos and conflict in the society, leading to a very dangerous situation where the law enforcement agency will act against you. So therefore let there be a cohesiveness, peace and tranquility in the state. And to those person who are using the Facebook or the social media, I'll call it a Facebook university. I really don't know why these people have this kind of negative thought process in their mindset. You should also able to appreciate the good act of any person, any individual. But here in Arunachal, I find that most of the social activists or the activists per se are really not performing their responsibility as an activist. You have a freedom to express, but this freedom also has some restrictions, right? The restriction imposes are on various reasons, the security reasons, public tranquility, peace, and so forth. So why are you wasting your valuable time in making negative comments against somebody? I would only say that instead of doing that, why don't you do some social or charity works? You conduct cleanliness drive, you go for cleaning rivers, you go for cleaning hospitals, or why don't you organize some donation camps for construction of the dilapidated infrastructures of government schools in Arunachal? Or there are so many poor people who cannot even afford to manage 2 square meals of a day. With this, we again appeal them, kindly have a trust in judiciary. If you don't have a trust in the judiciary, you will not get justice. The investigation agency, they will do their duty, but whether they perform their duty in accordance with rule of law or not, that is a big question. So keep eye on them, keep pressurizing the authorities. Please instruct the investigation agency to carry out the proper investigations and bring the culprit to behind the bar, so that in future nobody commits same mistakes. Lastly, I say still I share my sentiments, my feelings and thought with the aggrieved aspirants for what they are going through at the moment due to the illegal act of 1 or 2 individual officers of the Public Service Commission. Finally, I also appeal them, do not make any comment. Suppose if Mr. A is from a particular clan, all the clan are not corrupt. Suppose if particular political activist belonging to a political party commits a mistake in personal capacity, it does not mean that entire party should be held responsible. So similarly, before making any troll or comment in social media, think 100 times and comment whether my comment, my trolling will attract some legal complications or not.
In addition to the High Court Bar Association President, I want to just add some point. अभी जो APCS जो पेस्को है, पेपर लीकेज पेस्को है, हम लोग भी एक एग्रीव है, क्योंकि हमने 2002 को दिया, 2004 को दिया, 2 बार दिया, तो नहीं मिला। हम लोग भी दुख होता है। तो इसलिए जो जितने लोग उसमें जो एग्रीव है, हम लोग भी आप लोग का साथ में है। लेकिन कोर्ट में जो मैटर जो कोर्ट में जो बेल के लिए आता है, ट्रायल के लिए आता है, एज ए कोर्ट ऑफिसर वी आर ड्यूटी बाउंड टू गिव ए डिफेंस एज पर द प्रोसीजर्स ऑफ द लॉ। इसलिए हम लोग का ऊपर में आप लोग नेगेटिव थॉट नहीं लेना है, ये वकील लोग ऐसा करता है वैसा करता है, ऐसा नहीं है। आपके लिए भी हम काम करेंगे, आप जब हमको इंगेज करेंगे, आप या कोई किसी लॉयर को इंगेज करेंगे, तो इसलिए वकील लोग हमेशा वो ये अपना वो जैसा जो अपॉइंट करने का साथ साथ उसको एक कोर्ट में अपेयर करने का, वकालतनामा साइन करने का उसको एक अधिकार दिया जाता है, इसलिए वो डिफेंस के लिए जाता है। तो इसलिए लेकिन उसमें कोई लोग नहीं समझते, पब्लिक लोग बोलते हैं वकील लोग को गलत करता है, ऐसा नहीं होता है। अगर वकील नहीं होगा तो आपका केस को कौन डील करेगा? तो जेल में सड़ते रहेगा, तो जेल में सड़ते रहेगा तो अभी लॉलेसनेस हो जाएगा ना उसमें। इसलिए वकील लोग होकर लॉ को इंटरप्रेट करके कानून का हिसाब पे कोर्ट में जाके फाइट कर देता है, उसमें सच्चाई क्या है, बुरा क्या है, उसका कानून में क्या लिखा है, उसका पनिशमेंट सजा कितना होना चाहिए, वो सब वकील लोग इंटरप्रेट कर लॉ को, क्योंकि उसका पास लाइसेंस है। इसलिए वकील को नेगेटिव थॉट नहीं लेना है। तो उस दिन जो 10 तारीख को जो धरना जो आप लोगों ने किया है, उसने आप लोगों ने बोला ये काला कूद हाय हाय, काला कूद हाय हाय, बहुत ये शर्मनाक का बात है। आप लोगों का जो मुख से जो सुना हम लोगों ने, एक आप लोग एक हाईली इंटेलेक्ट जो एस्पिरेंट जो एग्रीव है, तो हम लोग सब आपका साथ में है, जितना लीगल फ्रेटर्निटी आपका साथ है, सब दुख है ना। क्योंकि ये एक दो आदमी का जो गलत करने का कारण में आज स्टेट में इतना हंगामा हो रहा है, सबका मेंटली डिस्टर्ब, गवर्नमेंट को भी डिस्टर्ब, सब जितना जो यहाँ का जो सीनियर सिटीजन डिस्टर्ब, हम लोग का कोर्ट को भी डिस्टर्ब है अभी। इसलिए अभी इन्वेस्टिगेशन को प्यारली जो अभी CBI जो मैटर को टेकअप किया है, CBI को इन्वेस्टिगेशन प्रॉपरली वहाँ करने दे के आप लोग कोऑपरेट करके वहाँ से जो चार्जशीट प्रॉपरली फाइल करने दो, उसका पक्का सजा होगा। जिसने जो आपका ऊपर में अत्याचार किया, जो गलत काम किया, उसका दोषी को तो सजा तो मिलेगा, उसमें आपका करप्शन एक्ट में जाएगा, उसका सस्पेंस होगा, टर्मिनेट होगा। इन्वेस्टिगेशन कोई आप लोग अभी फुल्ली उसको कोऑपरेट करना है कि ठीक से चार्जशीट को फाइल करने देना है, तो भी कोर्ट में हम लोग उसका सजा कोर्ट में, तब चार्जशीट अगर सही फाइल नहीं करेगा तो बचेगा, फिर वो बचने से तो आप लोग का जो मेहनत और हम लोग का मेहनत पानी में चला जाएगा और स्टेट फिर गंडोगोल में चला जाएगा, फिर दोबारा करेंगे वो। इसलिए उसको एजेंसी को अच्छा से सजेशन दें। और गवर्नमेंट को भी मैं एक अपील करता हूँ कि गवर्नमेंट इसमें ध्यान देना है। जो अभी APCS जो ये पेपर लीकेज करके सारा ऑफिसर गलत ढंग में ऑफिसर बन के गवर्नमेंट मशीनरी को हैंडल कर रहा है, तो इसलिए इनको गवर्नमेंट एकदम सख्त से सख्त उसका ऊपर में कार्रवाई करने के लिए पूरा एजेंसी को डालना है उसका ऊपर में, पूरा जो गलत पाए जाएगा उसका ऊपर में सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई करके उसको पूरा को ये सस्पेंड करके रख के, वो जो कोर्ट में अगर छुटकारा पाता है तो उसको फिर रीइंस्टेट कर दीजिए, अदरवाइज छुटकारा पाए इसको तो डायरेक्ट टर्मिनेट डिसमिसल हो जाएगा ना। इसलिए अभी स्टेट इतना हला गुला अभी पूरा, स्पेशली जो पेस्को से जो पेपर लीकेज से पेस्को कारण से अभी हम लोग का वकील को भी सारा यहाँ कोर्ट में काला कूद हाय हाय, काला कूद हाय का कोर्ट में आके कोर्ट का जो बाउंड्री वॉल अंडर घुस के वो ऑथराइज टू इंटर इनसाइड द प्रीमिसेस ऑफ द कोर्ट, कोर्ट का बाहर में भी खड़ा करने से करो ना, करने से कोर्ट का गेट का अंदर में वकील का सिक्योरिटी अभी इंटीमिडेट करता है, उसको लाइव थ्रेटनिंग करता है, जज को थ्रेटनिंग करता है। जज वकील अगर नहीं रहेगा, कोर्ट नहीं रहेगा, तो आप लोग कौन ये करेगा, आपका जो जजमेंट कौन देगा आपको? इसलिए वकील को आप लोग गलत नज़र में मत देखो। हम लोग एक लॉ अबाइडिंग सिटीजन है, एक रेस्पेक्टेबल पर्सन है, नंबर 1 सिटीजन है, ये बहुत बिल्कुल जानकारी लोग हैं और स्टेट के लिए सोचता है, आपके लिए सोचता है, सबके लिए सोचता है। हम लोग यहाँ में किसी को उठाएगा, किसी को नीचे करेगा, वो भावना नहीं करके हम यहाँ नहीं रखता है, वी आर ड्यूटी बाउंड। इसलिए आप लोग इसको ये कीजिए ना, अभी दोबारा कोर्ट में आके हंगामा नहीं करो, धरना कीजिए, बाहर में कीजिए, हम लोग भी सपोर्ट करते हैं, डेमोक्रेटिकली करो। लेकिन यहाँ में धरना करना, कोर्ट का प्रीमिसेस में कोर्ट का जो माहौल को ख़राब करना, वो हम लोग विल नॉट टॉलरेट एंड विल नॉट कोऑपरेट। थैंक यू वेरी मच।